it's going this way or that way. Press the SOS.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. Seriously, Mr. B. Christmas singlet still?
Love it.
And look at your hat. Like, is that, what do you call that?
A bucket hat.
Yeah, but you've like tucked it in like you're back in the army or
Yeah, I
something.
know, right?
Dear, dear. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Tell everyone, where are we? What are we doing?
We're in Adelaide River and we're going to head off and do the Adelaide River War Cemetery. There's some interesting fun facts that I will provide along the way to it. So yeah, tag along.
Hang on, I reckon we're going to go to the pub first.
Oh yeah, we can go to the pub first.
Yeah, that's 303.
Yeah, the 303 bar. So there used to be a big war. In the Second World War there was a big army contingent down here, and the weapon of choice for the Australian Army was the 303 rifle, so they named the bar down here the 303 bar.
Pretty cool, gotta say. And I'm expecting that it to be pretty cool. It is actually owned by Tim. He owns the Daily Waters Pub, which we were at a couple of episodes ago or whenever that was, and he also owns the 360 hotel in Coopapedy. So he's got a little bit of monopoly on the Outback, but I've got to say his facilities and hotels, pubs, Outback pubs are always good. So good value here. We are parked up for a couple of days. It's just stunning. It's a very small park, if you want to call it. There's probably only enough room for, I'm going to say, give or take 20 vans. They are accommodating. We are going to say up front, if you have got a big rig and you come in late, it may be a little tricky. So anyway, on that note, we're going to take you around. It's croc country. Yep, we need to be croc wise, not moustache wise.
I got my croc thongs on.
Saying we got our crocs.
I got my croc thongs and
Yeah.
you've got croc shoes.
I've got to remember, hey, because I do come a little bit complacent because I love swimming. But yeah, nah, the pool's looking really good.
No crocs in there. the Adelaide River War Cemetery was established in 1942 for the burial of servicemen and women who died in North Australia during the Second World War. In September 1947, administration of the cemetery was taken over by the Imperial Royal Graves Commission, and among the 436 burials, at least 408 Australian soldiers, 26 Britons who served with the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve and the Merchant Navy, and 1 serviceman from the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals. These also include 8 postmasters, general staff and 1 relative killed when a Japanese bomb struck an air raid shelter outside the Darwin Post Office on the 19th of February 1942. So 9 people were in the Darwin Post Office when the Japanese air raid began on the 19th of February 1942, including the postmaster's daughter who was visiting that morning. They took shelter in a trench outside the building and they were killed by a direct hit from a Japanese bomb. All 9 were buried in the annex that adjoins the war cemetery. So originally the war cemetery had wooden crosses that marked where each grave was. Unfortunately, the weather conditions up here weren't great for it. They then got replaced by marble. The marble wasn't of any good quality and didn't suit the weather conditions at all. So what they did was in 1984 they were all replaced with bronze plaques. Anzac Day services are held here as well. I will say this is one of the most manicured and well looked after war cemeteries I've actually been to. There is not one single weed and the grass is manicured and it's beautiful. So this is the annex section to the Adelaide River War Memorial. These are the civilians who died, and also the row up there is the 9 people that died with the direct hit on the post office. After the war, the Army Grave Service moved graves from civil cemeteries, isolated sites and temporary military burial grounds into the Adelaide River War Cemetery. These included Bagot Hospital Cemetery, Berrima Hospital and War Cemetery, Daly Waters Civil Cemetery, Darwin Public Cemetery, Gove War Cemetery, Hughes Cemetery in Darwin, Catherall Civil and War Cemeteries, Larrimah War Cemetery, Malangimbi War Cemetery, Mount Isa War Cemetery in Queensland, where number 74 Camp Hospital once operated, South Goulburn Island Mission Cemetery and the Truscott War Cemetery. All those bodies were exhumed and buried here at the Adelaide River War Cemetery. There are 434 burials comprising 14 airmen of the Royal Air Force, 12 unidentified men of the British Merchant Navy, 1 soldier of the Canadian Army, 18 sailors, 181 soldiers and 200 airmen belonging to the Australian Forces, and 7 men of the Australian Merchant Navy.
Hold my water bottle. I feel like I took one for the team for Mr. B. Yeah, I got a bit of blood there. So that's Mr. B's knee. It's puffed up and I had a bit of a stucker. But anyway, it was all worth it. I've got to say, I don't actually think I could have done this without my Alida water shoes. They're absolutely amazing. So yeah, I absolutely love wearing them, especially doing river, creek, you know, off-road sort of adventures. So yeah, Robin Falls, definitely recommend it. From the car park, it says probably only about 500 meters in, but it is rocky, rough terrain.
Turn left onto Litchfield Park Road, B30.
Taking you on a random adventure. I thought after Robin Falls we were going to go back for lunch, but somebody goes, you want to go to Litchfield for a quick sticky beak? Isn't that right?
Yeah, we're just going to check out the termite mounds. We'll come back another day and do the waterfalls when most of them are open.
When you enter all parks, national parks in the NT, you will need what's called an NT Parks Pass.
Excluding Kakadu and Uluru.
Oh, you don't need one for that?
No, you got a separate parks.
Ah, so you need a different one. I'm going to say always double check, because the rangers are out in force and they do have very big fines. It doesn't actually go by the car rego, meaning whoever's in the car is covered. It is each individual needs a pass. You do have to carry that with you either electronically on your phone or printed out as well.
Yep.
And at the time that we're traveling, it's $60 each, just to give you an idea of that. And I believe that's for, is that 12 months or 2 years?
No, 12 months.
12 months.
You can get a day one and a fortnight one.
Mm-hmm.
But the fortnight one works out to about $30.
Oh, you're better off getting 12 months.
If you're going to be here for more than a fortnight,
yeah,
probably works out cheaper, because every single park, national park, requires the NT Park Pass.
Yeah.
And like Ed said, the rangers are out in force, and they usually do a check.
That's it. And that's also included, obviously we didn't stop on our way up because it was closed, but we are going to head back down there. That's even including like Mataranka thermal pools, Bitter Springs pools and all of that. So don't think that, oh well, you can just pop in there.
Yeah.
The right thing is you actually need a parks pass. So
yeah. But that came in 2 years ago. In line with the rest of Australia, usually when you go to national parks.
Yep.
You have the past Tassie, Queensland. I'm not too sure about WA.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we haven't been there yet. Always do the right thing, because, you know, it does keep the parks open. And I'm going to say from previous adventures that we did do in the NT, the parks have always been very well looked after. So, all right, let's see if we can find what we're looking for. I'm feeling fresh after Robbins Falls, even though I've got a bit of bark off my knee. You're probably going to feel it this afternoon. We might need happy hour on that note.
Or an ice cream.
Officially, we've made it into Litchfield National Park. We did it, Mr. B.
Yeah, it's about, I'm going to say about 30 minutes from the Adelaide River in...
Where we're staying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an easy drive, especially when you can do 130.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come complacent, because you know what? You'll get
Chomp, chomp.
eaten alive. And that big boy that is at the pub, Jock the Croc, he's over 5 meters.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big boy. Imagine coming eye to eye with that. 2 years ago, if you want to flick back and watch an episode, I actually did the Crocosaurus Cove in the Cage of Death. Check it out. I'm not going to give you a spoiler alert. All I'm going to say is check it out if you're interested. Well, there's definitely nobody here looking at termites. They actually fascinate me, these things. They're just amazing what they can create. I think the first lot we're going to see are they called cathedrals?
Yep.
Cathedral termite mounds. Just quickly too, I know we've spoken about Zolio quite a few times, but we actually did take this to the Robbins Falls because you just never know. And from now on, any walk that we're going to do, Zolio comes with us the whole time, because honestly there's no reception out in these places, so I can either, if it's real emergency, just press the SOS, or if I want to connect to my phone, which I generally carry in my bag, I can at least send a text message, try and get help service that way.
Termites actually are a pest for houses up here and that, because termites love wood and they destroy the wood. So Even though they build these, they can be a pest as well.
This mound is meant to be over 50 years old. Look at it. It's massive.
So the worker termites are totally blind, and scientists believe that they have a built-in compass, and to prove this, they artificially changed the magnetic north and south, and the workers realigned their building to the artificial new magnetic alignment. So totally blind.
I don't think Mr. B's getting the car wash until we head up to Darwin.
Another interesting fact about the magnetic termites is they are found nowhere else in the world apart from the NT.
We just found another one, so I thought I'd stop and show you. They are pretty much scattered through the bushes, so you need to sort of keep your eyes out. These are the really, really big ones, but look at this one. It's absolutely stunning, and you can see why they are called cathedral, like with the channels, I guess maybe you might want to call it. This one's similar size to the other one that says that's about 50 years old, so yeah, I'm thinking it's probably similar age. But remember, just be respectful, don't touch them. They are working cathedral termite mounds, and the little workers are hard at work in there, so always just be respectful with what you're coming to see. So how's the Hilux handling 130?
Yeah, good.
Do you think we should be doing 130 more often?
Yeah, I reckon all roads in Australia should be 130.
Why is that?
Well, yeah, cars these days are designed to sit on that speed, but we would know that people can't be trusted to sit just on 130, and we know that the Australian government can't keep the roads nice. So NT does a fabulous job with their roads, but other states just don't. So I'm in eco mode. 133 and I'm in eco mode.
And no, we're not speeding in the Northern Territory. 130. Oh, we're back to another day, guys. It is so humid, it is not funny. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be a short little wander around. I've got a couple of other things to show you, and then I reckon it's time to hop in the pool. So first of all, down here is looking like a little bit of a shoe shop. I'm still trying to rock these pluggers from Kmart. I feel like you've got to break them in a bit. I used to be like wear Havaianas all the time, and then once I got converted to Crocs, it was like, nah, I'm never wearing thongs again. But I don't know. If you've been following, I just thought I'd buy these and see how they go. And yeah, I don't know. I think you have to be, well, are you Aussie if you don't have thongs? I don't know. I'm Aussie, but I don't know. I love them, the Crocs. It has actually cleared out a little bit. People just sort of come and go. I guess you could stay here for, you know, if you're just passing through, maybe one night. We've just decided to stay a couple of nights to chill out, but it is really nice. It does have a really nice tropical feel to it, with the palm trees, a lot of green grass, beautiful gardens. The caretakers also do a really good job here of yeah, just maintaining it. If you need anything, they're always happy to help, and it's just a really nice relaxed atmosphere. The fees here, you're looking at around about $45 a night for power. They do have a deal that's going at the moment. If you pay for 6 nights, you get 1 free. So yeah, I guess that runs down to about $38. They have amenities which are great. They're just over the other side here, and there's a laundry as well. And then it's just a short walk through to the bar 303, the servo, and yeah, the meals here, I've got to say they look great. We haven't actually had a meal here, but yeah, definitely the size portions, yeah, they're big. Happy hour, I have been a happy hour a couple of times. Yeah, $6 for a beer and $4 for a vino. Can't complain about that. So yeah, this is, I guess, camp. There's about 20 spots here for caravans, motorhomes, tents, that sort of thing. If you did want non-power as well, they can cater for that. A basic camp kitchen, which is just over here. Yeah, it is pretty basic. Looks like I'm in luck. Looks like they've got a little local market set up across the road here, so I might go check out that. I'm going to say that's probably some local arts and crafts and maybe some, I don't know, interesting produce. I just found some luggage, but then I just found these 2 crazy cats. Hey guys.
Hey.
Where's your sign gone? Hang on. Where are we going? Whoa. Do you guys reckon, are you guys going this way or that way? So where have you been? Where have you come from and what are you doing?
So we started our travel in Brisbane, and yeah, we hitchhiked all the way up to Cairns.
Yep.
That worked pretty well, and now we try to go from Adelaide River to Perth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What's been your favourite spot so far in Australia?
oh, that's probably.
It's a hard question.
It's hard.
I think it was Morton Island for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. One of my favourites.
Yeah.
Did you get to Fraser Island?
No, but
No,
we
we
spent 4 days at Inskip Point
Yes.
So right.
down there. That was beautiful too.
So you would have seen the ferry going across.
Yeah.
And we spent a week on Morton Island, so we didn't want to spend
Yep.
4 more days on another island.
Yeah.
So we just did Morton, and then but that was
We
Wow.
actually hiked on Morton Island, so we didn't go to that coast that everyone goes. So on the other one, on the
the surf
west.
coast.
The west,
Surf.
okay,
Yeah,
up to the
yeah.
surf side.
That
Yep.
was really beautiful.
That was
yeah.
really.
We spent our
remote.
New Year's here.
Yeah.
These guys are living the dream. I think they're living it up better than what we are. Like, I think, what an adventure. But I'm
Yeah.
going to say, always, as we say, be safe.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
sure.
honest people,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of crazy people out here as well.
We had some dodgy experience, but no
Not too
bad
bad.
ones.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Like dodgy experiences where a guy just gave us food every night, and we cook our own food. So I just finished cooking, and
Yeah.
then he came over and he had, I don't know, 1.5 kilos of cooked
Lamb.
meat, cooked lamb meat.
Wow.
And
That's an issue because we don't eat meat usually,
Yes.
but once it's in front of us,
Mhm.
we feel bad to throw it out. So.
Yeah.
then just,
Wow.
yeah. And then it was funny experiences too. A guy took us, and he had his sleeping baby on the bunk, and he said, I'll take you anywhere you want, but we just have to make this guy sleeping. So I was next to the sleeping baby,
Baby?
and he just drove
Oh
us.
my God.
Yeah.
So you were on babysitting duties, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Wow. Well, thanks for the chat, guys. I wish you well. And you know what? We might actually, our paths might cross again. You never know.
Yeah, sure.
Where are you going next?
Well, we're heading up because I would have said come with us,
Yeah.
but we're going that way,
Okay.
and you're going that way.
Yep.
So, but yeah, this is Outback Australia, guys. You know, if you don't have transport, you can do what these guys are doing. I wasn't expecting to run into those two. What a breath of fresh air, I got to say. Living the dream, but yeah, you do have to be careful hitchhiking. I'm not going to yeah, promote it, but I guess, you know, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. Would I be doing it? Definitely not. So I've just walked up the main street, if you want to call it, of Adelaide River from where we're staying. This takes us up to the general store. There's always a post office in town. There is a little police station, and looks like they might have a little market up here as well. Chutneys, sauces. Check this out. Now, I was asking about the hot chili sauce, and I found it. Do you want to tell me a little bit about it?
Particularly for your bum, it's very spicy. You'll know the next day it's hot.
How long have you been making it for?
Probably 15 years.
Well, this has got over 100 years of traditional family recipe.
Yeah, I'm reincarnated.
Gee, you're looking pretty good, I've got to say. And where can we find these? Do you do online or just at markets up in the NT?
Just markets up in the NT.
Okay.
Adelaide River mostly, and
Yep.
then a couple of big festivals in Darwin, a couple of times a year.
That's great. I love it. And I'm sure that these literally...
People are so surprised when they just pull up here and in the middle of nowhere you've got everything from rose-yellow jam that grows in the bush to the syrup, this beautiful syrup here. Take
What have you got here?
The wild rose-yellow syrup.
Oh, wow. Look at this one, guys. Look at the colour of it.
So that's your
So-
great mixer to put in your gin and lemon squashes and your vodkas and all of your drinks. Kids for lemonade,
Oh, that's sounding
some
good.
ice cream, whatever.
Oh, ice cream too for Mr. B. That's sounding great too. I wouldn't mind a little bit of that in some,
The gin and stuff.
even in some champagne.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
In the bottom of the champagne, then pour the champagne over and it'll do swirly things through the champagne with the bubbles. So,
Wow. Well, you've got a good variety, I've got to say. The little treasures you find in the NT, and I mean, as I said, guys, it's really good to support local because, you know, they do it tough out here, and yeah, if you see a little stall or a market, I always say support local. I think Mr. B is still confused. It's not Christmas.
It can be Christmas any time of the year. I goddamn want.
I think, guys, this singlet has got to go. I think it's really confusing because it's not Christmas at all. It's like...
Hey, if I'd have worn it once, you would have complained. I got your a tank top and you only wore it once. Now I wear it too many times and complain.
It's not Christmas, but... And you just got a new one the other day. I thought you would have got that one out.
I can't bloody win with you. Either don't wear it enough, wear it too much. There's no medium point.
How good was the, changing the subject, how good was the shop at 303? You got a singlet?
Got some shorts, got some widgets.
I don't think you... Do you want to tell them what else you got?
I got some they're Bunnings sausage ones.
He's going to keep his sausage tucked away, guys, don't worry. I think on that note, we've got to end this episode.
No one wants to see my
Yes. Oh, this has got to end. I think that's going into OnlyVans. Just saying. I mean, this episode's been been a bit of a mixed bag. We've gone from how good was the war cemetery? That was amazing.
Yeah, very humbling.
Very, yeah. To think that that's in the middle of nowhere.
But to think that they exhumed all the soldiers from different locations and brought them back to the one locality. As I said in the thing, as far as Mount Isa, yeah.
Then the backpackers, hitchhikers, I tell them.
Wolf Creek.
Yep, you got to be careful.
Well, one was heading to Perth by Catherine, so Catherine, then you go across to Kununurra, and then you actually head down to Wolf Creek Crater.
Yeah.
You might meet Mick Taylor there.
You never know who you might meet.
I should have told them to go to Burra.
Well, yeah. Well, I did say we may meet on our travels. You never know. They were a lovely couple. But anyway, Mr. B, it's time to wrap up Adelaide River. We're going to continue our adventures in the NT. You're going to have to stay tuned for where we're heading and what we're going to do.
Yep. So go on adventures, have fun, Oh, damn fly.
It's a bush current.
When you're out there, please always remember, please do be safe.
And we'll see you next episode, guys.